Senor Mike, let me introduce you to the father of bourbon, Elijah Craig.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
We're going to do the small batch. Alright, welcome back to Brolic Whiskey. I'm Metahuman Dave.
Just Mike.
We are going to be reviewing Elijah Craig's small batch. Ooh, nice sound. And that's a wood top. It's actually made out of wood.
It's a nice bottle all around. I like the shape of it. Oh, so far it's starting out great. Color's nice.
I think there's going to be a lot of things about this bourbon that you do enjoy. Before I go any further, though, let me just say, and I'm actually going to leave this open, let it air out a little bit. First things first, let me thank Paul from Top Shelf Wine and Spirits for donating the bottle to us. So
donating?
He donated this bottle to us. So thank you very much on that one.
Thank you, Paul.
I have never actually had the small batch, but I often say one of my favorite bourbons of all time is an Elijah Craig barrel proof bourbon. So I'm actually curious to see how the standard edition is.
Oh, it smells sweet.
It smells really sweet. It smells
Very
nice though.
Like cherries.
Mm-hmm.
You getting cherries? I get cherries.
I get a little of that cherry note, which is probably one of the first times I'm actually going to say that.
Content, this smells strong.
It's not that strong, 47%, but not 40. So
No,
it's a
but
fair alcohol percentage.
It hits me though.
Let me
Smell
say
it.
this. First thing, why I said I think you're going to enjoy a bunch of things about this. Here's the first thing I think you're going to enjoy. Top Shelf normally sells this for $28.99.
That is a less than $30 whiskey. Bourbon.
Right? We just asked
Bourbon.
recently, what's a great under $30 whiskey? And Paul said, hey, try this one.
Damn.
Now, right now, I don't know how long the sale's going on for. It is being sold at Top Shelf for $24.99. Remember, he also said we can use a promo code for our viewers. So Brolic 2 saves you even more on the order. So
I can get behind that.
under $25.
I can get behind that. That's easy. That's an easy purchase right now. It smells fantastic, real sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get a super sweet flavor note though. I was fully expecting something, and I'm not getting much of anything.
I do get a little sweetness on it. Now, I'm surprised though. I do get a little bit of an alcohol bite for it being 47.
There is a little bit there.
But not so much in a way that it's like, oh, this is bad. It doesn't taste like a cheap whiskey. So, is this possibly a runner-up for underrated whiskey, considering that it's fairly high proof, it's under $30, and it's enjoyable?
I mean, I'm not. It is enjoyable. I'm not sold that it's a really good runner-up. I don't think so. I think it's very enjoyable. I think it's
for under 30. We've been reviewing
It's-
bottles at $60 lately.
I know, but it's worth the price. Beautiful color, beautiful nose on it. Flavor-wise, it's very thin.
It is. I was good wording. I was
It's
just going to
thin.
cut you off saying that it's a little on the thin side, considering the alcohol proof.
And the alcohol proof to me dominates the flavor profile of the whole thing. It's not overpoweringly bad, where it makes you kind of cringe, but you know it's there the whole time. The whole time.
Now, this used to be their 12-year-old whiskey.
God, that smells so nice.
Because they weren't able to keep up with production, as with a lot of whiskey companies lately, because we are experiencing a whiskey surge or a whiskey boom right now, they did away with the 12-year-old, and now this is a no-age statement. But from what they explained to everyone, it's usually aged anywhere between 8 to 12 years old. So it's not like they just put out a really short-lived life whiskey and calling it the same thing. The thing about it is, though, especially with bourbons, oftentimes the older whiskeys get over-oaked extremely quick. So I've actually heard a lot of people say that they enjoy this edition better than the 12 because it's less oaky.
Really? Okay. I don't know. I think it's worth it. I would put it right around at high 5, low 6. So we'll just call it a 6 right there. Especially for the price. I don't think you can go wrong. I think you can enjoy this.
Right. Now, for the most part, Mike and I have not been huge bourbon guys. We definitely tend to lean towards Scotch for the most part. We have some bourbons that we enjoy, and for me, it's usually barrel-proof bourbons that blow me away. I'm not going to say this is a bad bourbon at all. For a bourbon fan, they'll probably really enjoy this. But for me, 6.6.
Well, you're just a sweet guy today, aren't you?
Gonna add a little more so we can use our Angel Share dropper. Remember, we are doing a giveaway for one of these droppers right here. And the question will be coming up on how you can get another entry. I love that sound.
If you guys haven't answered questions to win this thing yet, you guys are foolish. This thing is ridiculously cool. Like, it is such a quality looking piece.
We are getting a lot of the same people responding, so
that's fine.
It
if they
seems
want
like,
it,
yeah,
they want
exactly. The ones that have the highest chance are the ones that are answering on each of the videos.
Let them go, man. That thing is beautiful. I mean, I look at it. You probably can't see how pretty it is like I can in person, and all the glimmering off the lights and everything. It's so amazing. This bug loves Dave because of that thing.
Speaking of people who are entering the giveaway, Antonio from Whiskey Quest, he answered your question, and he said that he too loves Storm.
Haha,
and
Antonio, my boy.
Of course, he gave a little heart to Jean Grey. And he was looking forward to, was it the Pokemon movie?
Oh my goodness, with Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, right? I got you.
Oh wait, that was Sean Tanaka was Pokemon detective movie.
That's adorable.
Whiskey Quest said,
"Come on, Antonio, bring it, bring it."
John Wick 3.
Ooh.
Good answer.
Ooh.
John Wick 3.
Ooh.
I gotta say, I only watched John Wick for the first time a few months ago, and I had to watch the sequel immediately. Dude, my wife and I love John Wick.
The great thing about this third movie, and I just read this article probably last week.
Where'd the nose go?
I don't know. It got weird. I'm gonna stick with the John Wick story.
That's weird.
Part 3 picks up 5 minutes where Part 2 left off at. So as Part 2 ended, he was, in trouble. Everyone wanted to kill him, right? It's like Part 3 starts where everyone's trying to kill him. Yeah, it's almost going to be like an Escape from New York type movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Whoever's doing these John Wick movies, mad props. Because they're fun.
They are.
They're
a
real
lot
fun.
of fun. And I gotta admit, the reason I didn't watch them, because I didn't think I would like Keanu Reeves in that type of a role.
Oh no.
Because I still picture Bill and Ted and whoa to everything. Man, is he a badass John Wick.
Oh yeah, he does it well. You know what? You're right. To me, it just got real waxy, very candle-like. I don't know, crayonish wax. It's not. Unfortunate.
Paraffin.
It's unfortunate that it's all that sweetness is gone.
Now, Elijah Craig is made by the Heaven Hill Distillery. As with most of their non-weeded whiskeys, the mash bill on this is 78% corn, so it's got a very high corn percentage, 12% malted barley, and 10% rye, which surprisingly, I'm not getting much of that rye kick.
No, not at all. But you'd expect it also to be extremely sweet with that malt and corn, but it's not. It's not super sweet. It's not candy-like at all.
They use a number 3 char, which is why you get a nice, deep, rich color. But I'm not digging it on water at all.
That alcohol flavor is muted, but it's still there.
Oh, see, I was the opposite. I said that now all I get is the taste of alcohol without any of the existing flavors of little sweet, little oiliness.
Yeah, no, there's none of that.
This is thin, man. Like, it's to the point that I probably I'm not going to finish this. I'll just take another sip before I give my score. I'll let Mike decipher in his head a little bit while I say one quick thing about Elijah Craig. He was a Baptist reverend, and The story is, and why they call him the father of bourbon, they claim he is the one who started aging bourbon in charred oak barrels,
Okay.
which, as of now, it's a law to be called a bourbon. You have to be aged in a first or brand new charred oak barrel. So they claim that he's the one who started that.
Hey, whatever. Take the claim, take the right to it. I'm throwing 5.5 out there with the water. Not gross.
Oh, you're really nice, dude.
Yeah, not gross, but
2.5 for me.
Oh.
I'm not liking it, man. I don't like it on the water, but as I've said in a few videos, when I was brand new to bourbon, the only way I liked it was on the rocks. So I have high hopes. I have high hopes that since I didn't like this neat or on water, well, I can't say I didn't like it neat. I wasn't blown away neat, but I don't like it with diluted. Well, this is all right.
I think you'll get something on the nose on this one.
Yeah, I smell ice.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I got a little bit of an apple. A little bit of green apple. A little bit of some type of sour tartness to it.
Something, huh?
Yeah. Now, do you make your ice with apple juice?
I do not.
Okay. Thought I'd ask. Yeah, I get a little bit of a green apple.
All right. I wish I was getting something other than just the smell of ice. We do have a question though, and since you know what, since Top Shelf was the one who donated this bottle, why don't we just throw a question regarding Top Shelf? Go to TopShelfWineandSpirits.com. Look at where they are allowed to ship to. Let us know down in the comments section. Does Top Shelf deliver where you live?
Nice. Little bit of research. Nice. I like that one. Making people work for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's no joke. We should make them drive
been
to
wanting-
Top Shelf for this thing.
I've been wanting one of these for years, so I can't just be giving away my second one just willy-nilly, right?
No. No. Yeah, unfortunately, willy-nilly might be the drink on ice. It smells better than it tastes. Zero finish. It's in and gone. A little bit of alcohol on the front end. Nothing on the back end.
How are we always on opposite spectrums, dude?
Because
Because
I do the right thing.
I don't smell anything
Mhm.
out of this, but I actually got a little bit of what you said you smelled. I got a little bit of green apple on the taste, even though I said I don't smell it.
No. I'm getting overpowered by whatever alcohol flavor's there. It just is drowning everything else out for me. It's not an overpowering alcohol taste, but that's the only thing there for me.
That is so weird. I think that this is enjoyable
Really.
on the rocks. I like it.
Okay. 5.
5?
I'm dropping to 5.
Let me give it one more sip.
It wasn't bad all around. It just got progressively worse for me. I think it's best neat.
Best neat, but not by a whole lot for me.
Okay.
I actually really like this. I'm only going to give it like a small nudge to the neat. Granted, on a hot day, I'd probably go for this on ice rather than neat. But for today, the nudge goes to the neat. This is a 6.5.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm with you then.
So the question was asked already. If you missed it, there's an entry opportunity for this little glass angel share dropper.
Yeah.
Elijah Craig now on sale for $24.99 at Top Shelf Wine and Liquor. Brolic 2 will save you even more.
That's a good price, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That's a good price.
that's a good one to just keep on the shelf.
That's a good price.
I will tell you in the next video what else I picked up while I was there. They have a huge selection, bro.
Oh.
I was in the physical location, not the online site, and I was there probably 15 minutes staring at the wall of whiskey.
Man. If you can go. If you can get
They're
there,
in
go.
San Marcos, California, so if you're here in SoCal, you can go there
If
in
you
person.
can go.
Otherwise, check out the website. But thank you once again to Paul. Mike always hits you up with the chopsticks. I hit you up with the cheers. That means we outie. Peace.
Chopsticks.